Hi guys, welcome back to Wigs with Steph. I'm Steph. Today we're going to be going over this beautiful wig called Arrow by Ellen Wille. Is that how you say her name? I swear I always say her name wrong. Anyways, I have had this wig for a couple years now. She's going strong, which is awesome. And I wanted to give you all the ins and outs about her because she is very different than, let's say, a heat-friendly synthetic, because she is just a regular synthetic. So we're gonna go over everything to do with her in this video starting now. Alrighty, so let's start with the inside of the cap. First thing you'll notice is she has wefts opposed to a hand-tied cap. So what that means is you're going to get a lot of air that comes through. It's gonna feel like very light on your head. It's also a light density to begin with. So like this is a wig that you're not really gonna feel any sort of bulk, which is awesome. And the wefts here also makes it more of a stretchy cap. So this type of a wig could fit, you know, a bigger size versus like a hand-tied wig that it can only stretch so much. Looking at the lace front here, you can see, you know, Ellen Wille does a beautiful job at her lace fronts. She has also bleached the front knots, which is amazing. It means it's gonna look pretty natural on your head. It's gonna look like it's growing out of your scalp. So that's awesome. You also have a monofilament top here that's this little parting space. So that means you really only have this little space right here to part. And I believe it sits on this side of my head. So what that means, is that the left side? Yes, that is the left side of my head. But the good thing about parting it on a monofilament top here is that it's gonna look like scalp, as opposed to parting it like, let's say over here, like you're gonna get wefts. It's not gonna look as natural. So really I would recommend staying in the monofilament part. That is your parting space and you kind of want to stick with it. You have the velvet ear tabs. These are always so comfortable. They have the little stay in it that keeps it flush to your head, which is awesome. And then at the back you have your Velcro adjustment tabs, which just means that you can loosen or tighten her up to a 1/2 inch, and that just gives you more flexibility depending on your head size. So that is amazing. Just FYI, my circumference is under 21, and I did have to tighten her just a little bit on both sides. Okay, so I really do like this wig. The only complaint I have, I can't get through the whole video without saying my complaint, but that's fine. We're gonna start with the initial complaint. So if you've seen my other videos, I really do prefer the heat-friendly styles because that is how I like to refresh my wigs. If you guys saw my refreshing video, it's done really well, and people who have tried it have said that it's kind of a game changer because it really does take an old ratty wig and can make it look brand spanking new. If you want to see that, it'll be down in the description as well as like a little link right here. But needless to say, this wig is just a regular synthetic, meaning you cannot put heat tools on her because you will fry the fiber off. Now, what you can do, because people need options to refresh their wigs, whether it's a heat friendly or not, right? If we're spending money, we want to be able to have options to bring it back to life. So what I really recommend is for these regular synthetics, you need some sort of maintenance product. So the one that I use is the John Renault HD Smooth Detangler. You can just buy it off of, you know, whatever website you got your synthetic wig from. But I really like this one because I find that it does an amazing job to detangle the fibers. And actually I'm feeling like I need a little bit right here because my fingers are catching. So let's just do that. I like how easy it makes it so that this comb can like slide through it, right? But it's not a long-term fix. So as I wear this wig throughout the day, she's gonna become tangly again. In fact, I actually find that regular synthetics become tangly faster than the heat-friendly. You may or may not agree, but that's just what I found. I've heard people disagree with that and say the opposite actually. So to each their own. So another thing you can do with your synthetic styles that are not heat friendly is use a steamer on her. So I have mine tucked away right now, but I do use a steamer on mine to keep her looking good. But the only thing is when I use my steamer, over time I find that the beautiful style that the synthetic wig has originally come in, like when you open the box, the style she's in, it does kind of go away with time. Like the more and more you put steam on her, you're doing different things with her. Maybe you're using like a comb as you steam her to try to get the tangles out. It's gonna become, especially with the wavy style, it's gonna become like a little straighter with time. So like that's the only thing. Now there are other things you can do. You can get those little, what are they called? Pregnancy brain. Guys, I'm 22 weeks pregnant right now, and I definitely I feel like pregnancy brain is a thing. What I'm trying to say is, you know those curler things you can put in your hair and you roll it up and you stick it there? Well, you can do that and then just like put the steam over top and it'll make those beautiful waves again. So that's a fun little fact. So I would say this is a really beautiful wig piece. She is really stunning. Like, let me just say that. Whenever I put her on, I feel sort of like a beauty queen, just a little bit. I really do like her, and I really adore her color as well. This is the Champagne Rooted. She runs a little warm. She kind of makes me see a bit of cream. The style of the wig, I think, is very on trend. She's very stylish. I truly believe she is. With these waves, it's not like the totally formed wave. It's kind of like that beachy wave. Like, you know how some people have really beautiful hair when they go in the ocean? They get that salt water on it, then they come back out and their hair dries and it's got like this little beachy wave and it's all like really sexy and stuff. Yeah, that is how I think of this wig. She is so cute. So let me show you like all her sides. This is the front. Show you all the length. Let me grab all the hair. Okay. So she's pretty thick looking, but it's not too much hair, guys. I think it looks really, really natural. And because she's this length and she's got a decent amount of hair, you can get away with a lot of different styles, which is awesome. Front, the right side. She's very long. She's very beautiful. And then the back. Okay. Don't you love all these waves? I'm kind of obsessed with it. What I'm gonna do now is close my blinds so we don't get so much light on me, and that way you can kind of see it in dimmer light as well. Okay, so this is more in the shade. I don't know what that's really done, but just gonna show you a little closer and then I'll open it back up and we can have a look in the brighter light, because I honestly think that that was better lighting. But just so you guys can kind of have a peek. She's just so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna come up close, show you the front lace. Ellen Wille always does an amazing job on the front lace. I find sometimes that the wigs may appear like a little thicker at the hairline, in which case you can always take like a little razor and just take some of that out, or you could take your, what is it called? Pregnancy brain. Hair plucker? Hair plucker? Is that hair plucker? Or you can take your little eyebrow plucker, hair plucker, and you can just sort of like pluck some hairs out to make the line going across the hairline a little thinner and a little more natural. But for the most part, like, I have not touched this hairline at all. Wanted to show you guys exactly how it comes, and she does a pretty good job. It's pretty darn natural looking. You really can't tell. And honestly, who's gonna come like this close to your head? Nobody. And then if you want to look at that part, this is that monofilament part I was telling you about, how you kind of need to have it here, because for example, if I was to, let's just see what happens. If I was to do this, let's say you really wanted a part on the other side. I don't know, is she even gonna flip for me here? Is she gonna be messy? She's kind of doing it. Oh, I'm quite impressed. Okay. All right, so she's kind of done it. Okay. Let's see what she looks like. So, in my opinion, you can't see scalp, right? Because there's no monofilament top there. But if you really wanted to, I think you could get away with it, because like, she's a shaded root. We've got this darker color coming through, and I think that kind of just masks the whole situation. So if you wanted to, you could actually part it in that direction. You know, this is the way I normally part my hair, so I'm kind of feeling it. All right, well, let's flip her back because she's not actually meant to be that way. She's meant to be over here. I also wanted to say with this color, the root is kind of like a light brown, but the root is definitely warm. So keep that in mind, that this wig is warm. It is warm, but it's a beautiful blend. The platinum in here just brings it down so that we just have like this gorgeous blend. So let's have a close up at this color. I think she's so pretty. All right, and that's it. If you guys haven't subscribed, I would really love for you to smash that subscribe button because I would love for you to come back and hang out with me again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time on Wigs with Steph.